Okay. Alright, everything seems to be working okay. Let me just mute this. And let's get the stream up. Come on. Okay, resetting Twitch. In the meantime, okay, to the tower. Okay. Right. So while I'm grabbing that, I'm going to also reset my tablet so I can also re-chat. Work. Alright, what do I have for you? Bramble and the haunted gloves.
I have no
Okay.
idea what this does.
Also, wait. That's more sprinting. Kinetic damage.
You are a scholar, yes or no?
Alright, so increase kinetic damage. There we go. Right. Stream manager and there we go. I can now see chat. And then you're going to be distracting, so let's shorten you and just have chat open. There we go. Okay. Okay, we can quickly rank up.
Are you ready?
And they have different stat bumps. Alright, slice firefly. Alright. Slice
A prepared
dragonfly.
soldier is a victorious soldier. Back to the front, Guardian.
Oh wait.
Security sync check-in.
Good to have you back.
Okay. Alright, and then next week will be Arms Week. Alright, let's go and do the Edge of Fate. And we're doing it on Legendary. Alright. I also need to quickly move the mic so it's facing the chair more. Alright. That should fix it. Alright. I shouldn't be too quiet. Okay, let's... Alright. Alright, campaign, and then... Okay. Alright, 2 quests. Okay, do we go for Rosetta or the Relocator? Let's get the funny gun. Okay. Alright, let's go deeper into the world. And there's Lodi.
I hear you had a run-in with that Archon fellow. Or his cutouts, anyway. Apparently he's the leader of these exiled Elixni, but nobody's seen him in a long time. Real recluse. The Ionians say he can speak through the mouths of his followers. Like some kind of psychic thing. But that's absurd, right? Have you seen this little ventriloquist act? Huh. Well, I'll believe it when I see it myself. I suggest you do a little bang and burn to draw out their leadership. Once we know exactly who we're dealing with, we can do a more realistic threat assessment.
Alright, let's find the guy.
I haven't been very deep into the Exiles' Accord. They aren't fond of visitors. This architecture seems a little out of the box.
We've dealt with the Lixney houses before, but this does feel different.
Lodi, I need to be frank. I don't buy your story.
Yeah. Well, you don't know the half of it. If I wasn't me, I also wouldn't buy my story.
What do you know about whatever brought you here?
Nothing. I woke up here in a singed suit after the most insane fall of my life.
Okay, there we go.
It seems the local Elixni had developed a parallel form of teleportation. They're using dark matter to create portals. If we want to infiltrate their sphere of influence, we'll need that capability. Mr. Drifter says you've got the skills for a smash and grab, so I suggest we go loud. Get us a sample of that tech and we'll be in business.
There we go. Alright, let's find the relocator. There we go. Oh, there it is. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh wait, draw power.
This must be the House of Exile's new teleportation tech. It's mounted in an old cannon frame. That's handy. Scans show the power cell and space inverter have been tampered with. Those mechanisms have dark matter cores. They'll wear out fast. It looks like this mobile unit creates an entangled link between a jump pad and wherever you're aiming. Just be careful what you pointed at.
Okay. We now have the funny gun.
Good work out there. You've got some real moves. Normally, agents that skilled at wet work have checkered pasts. Makes me wonder how you came to be so dangerous. With expanded access, we can investigate those Elixni in earnest and find the truth about this so-called Archon. I've got some ideas on that. Catch up with me later to get started.
Okay. Okay, fall time. Alright, and there's the relocator. Yeah, we teleport. Okay, I think I know what to do. Okay, there's that. And that. There we go. closer. Okay, grab the relocator.
Guardian, I've made myself a contact within the Elixni ranks. Apparently not everyone is happy with the way things are being run.
You little sleuth.
That's the idea. Anyway, there's apparently a power station nearby feeding a lot of juice into something off-site.
Got it. I'm reading high levels of arc energy.
It's mixing with signatures matching the singularity.
Alright. Okay, legendary difficulty. Alright, let's go.
All right, Guardian, this has to be the house's power plant. There's a massive current moving through the cables around us. And gravitons.
My informant Kielsk tells me that power is going straight into a warship.
If we can get to a power plant's controls while it's charging their ship, we can send a lethal surge to it from here before it ever leaves port.
Crafty. And it'll buy time to hunt down the Strangelet capsule in the Accord.
Alright. Okay, teleport. Funny train.
If we stop the singularity from expanding, stabilize Kepler, maybe they'll stand down.
A fat chance we talk a psycho like that off a ledge. He's a true believer in whatever psychos believe in.
They aren't leaving us many options. We need to reach the anomaly.
There we go. There we go.
Deathless, why have you come? Glimpses are seen of your actions, but your motive ever shrouded. When my house found Saul, saw the great machine with your world, we left in defeated peace.
Okay. There we are. There we go, and
It looks like this station is actually drawing some form of power from these native cyto colonies. So, the slimes are their generators?
This whole place is wired like a rat's nest. That's worse than my ship.
Guardian, patch me into a console and I can override that barrier.
Alright. Let's do this.
The deathless was foretold. See how they must kill as prophesied. Kepler sight warned me of this final test. I'll be resilient, my house.
Look alive, hero. They're piping in splinter mines. Crazy sons of crabs are gonna cause a damn cave-in.
You're on bomb defusal, Guardian.
Lavask sure likes to talk, making a show of us barging into his house. Maybe we pull his moxie out from under him and he lets some intel slip.
Unless he sees that coming. All this prophecy talk. Back in my day, you kill a fella fair without knowing the future.
You think he's really clairvoyant?
There we go.
Okay, Guardian, we need to find a way to overload that control panel.
Once we do, the immense surge of current will wreak havoc on whatever warship the house is trying to power up.
Probably why they tried to blow us up. I guess they're trying to unplug. We should hustle up.
Nope. Okay, there should be a spot. Okay.
I think you gotta roll up and do that ball thing. Go on.
Like vile Vex, the deathless is violence-driven. They cannot be turned away by reasoned words. Only blood.
Mighty Archon, we hear your prophecy. The Deathless kneels before the Giver with your blessing. Just open the way.
Will what now?
This was not our tricks. You conspire with metal invaders to keep us from the Giver. To draw our house into folly.
There we go.
Basilisk. Your work is done. Bring these walls down on the Deathless. Show your Archon true faith. This world will slip into unknown spaces, as I have seen it. Exiles with it. Their death is fated to be reborn.
Okay.
Well, what's your next plan? Stand there with the guns pointed at each other until someone gets cold feet?
So the Archon didn't take the bait, but he mentioned being kept from the Giver. Sounds like, despite their push to the Singularity, something's still cutting them off from it. That means we don't have to rush right in unless they make a move. Maybe there's somewhere else we can apply pressure.
You're a kid. Those things been shooting at you since you landed on this dump, and you still haven't pulled your piece.
That's right. Unlike you, I don't prefer a gun to solve my problems when questions work just as well.
Enough! We may have knocked out their power, but the Archon's still out there. We'll need to be ready when they make their next move.
Okay, let's get more grenade. That reminds me, have I? Yeah, no, I haven't been using. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're a bit more powerful.
You sure your informant ain't running us around in circles, Square?
Kiosk is risking a lot just to speak with me. And I've vetted them, of course.
Yeah, you're probably right. All those ones that tried to kill us are just bad apples.
People aren't all one way or another. That's what makes us interesting.
Okay. Deeper into the Elixir. Deeper into the Accord. Okay. Just a little, hopefully a little bit further. There he
I've been
is.
talking to that drifter fellow. Not a name I'd self-apply, but I like him. He understands what it's like to be stranded far from home. Anyway, he was telling me about these aliens who were giving the Ionians such a hard time, the Elixni. Apparently, they normally live on something called ether. Huh. Seems like you already have some experience with it. Interesting. The locals say these Elixni augment their supply with dark matter. Who knows what physiological effects that's having? Might be the reason they're so hostile. I suggest you assess their production lines. If we learn how the dark matter is affecting them, it might give us some leverage.
Okay. Alright, another mission. There we go. Then there's also Mattermore. There we go. Okay. It's a small area. Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Team, I've got some intel from my informant.
Informant? Well, well. First it's a contact, then it's an informant. They're taking a liking to you.
Maybe a way to help the house calm down and see straight again. I'm sending coordinates, but keep on that heading.
Lodi, Drifter, checking in. How goes your recon on the House of Exile?
The Guardian's handling the situation well, but Miss Ray, to be honest, I don't like this. There has to be a way to de-escalate the situation.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. I've been watching the house from the derelict, and they are one ruthless group.
Do they appear to be in league with the Conductor? That would tell us something at least.
Not sure who that is. I have to believe this Archon is a lone actor.
Okay. Oh, and it shows where each type of different thing is. There we go.
Guardian, Mr. Ghost, you should be nearing a refinery or some kind of drilling operation. Coordinates incoming. I think this is where they're processing their ether. Maybe we can disable their machinery until the Ionians can correct the process.
Okay, I see it from up here. Derelict scanners are picking up all sorts of weird gravity fluctuations, and a whole heck of a lot of exiles.
Alright, into here. Okay. New mission. Also, let's just double check everything is working okay. Okay. Next mission. Here we go. Okay. In the bus.
Orin says these trains are like quantum entangled objects, held in superposition across the fourth dimension. We're through. Now to disable the Exile's dark matter refinery.
I wish it was as simple as talking to them. Last time I tried, I got shot at. And it wasn't my Elixni accent.
They get real touchy sometimes. Sensitive little crustaceans.
Crustaceans. Interesting. Well, I think their diet is causing the issue. Like drinking from lead pipes, cut off the supply and their heads might clear up.
Lodi, did the Ionians ever explain why they stopped working with the House of Exile? From what I gather, it didn't end well.
I got to talking with one of the old pilots who gabbed on the subject a bit. Ionians tried to synthesize ether for the house.
Why? It's not a simple job. Leave it to those servitor garbage disposals. Matter goes in, ether comes out. Easy.
Except here, everything's imprinted with dark matter, which they apparently want to extract for a pure conversion to ether. The Ionians say it shouldn't be harmful, but the singularity seems to make it toxic to the Elixni.
Down we go. Oh. Okay, there we go.
That's it!
You think us sick, but I am mighty. Exile is our teacher, our home. Our rifles are many. Our will is anointed by the Giver.
There we go. Okay.
That's strange. It doesn't have enough juice to charge the relay. Maybe we can overcharge the cannon somehow.
Oh, we're getting the tier 2 version of it.
Guardian, it's supercharging the cannon.
Alright. Okay. Alright, fight time.
This is the house's central refinery. My scans are going a little haywire, but that can't be right. These pipes are operating at alarming pressures.
Let me fill you in on a little secret. None of House Exile's gear has safety regulators. My kind of people.
Hey team, I've seen those little flying bots play hot potato delivering dark matter down to your proximity.
I have an idea. Guardian, a concentration of dense matter could send the whole system over the edge. Let's look for those shanks.
Alright.
I think we can fit under the grate, with the pipeline.
Okay, why is it giving us hints already?
You were right, Lodi. This scans like dark matter, wrapped around an artificial gravity well.
Oh, don't worry if it doesn't fit. Just jam it in there.
Pressure's increasing, but the pipes are still holding. We need more.
Incoming exiles. Crack your knuckles and rack your slides.
I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but they seem intent on a fight. Their leader doesn't sound like he's crazed or confused. He has an agenda and a voice to wield it.
Seen a lot of those types in my time.
Maybe we could still reason with him.
Okay, next queue. There we go.
It's barely holding together. One more, Guardian.
There we go.
Entomb the Deathless! Protect our ascension!
Well now, that went, great.
It did. We learned the house centers around this giver. Watch your flank, Guardian.
You feed their greed, speak their human lies. Ionians want us truth blind, to keep the anomaly's sight from Elixni eyes.
There we go.
Our banner. We suffer. All suffer.
Skill.
I came here thinking these Elixni were poisoned and needed help. But this... like a bunch of holy rollers.
More exiles between you and the exit.
This Archon has a stranglehold on his people. They're gonna follow him right into the grave.
I have seen your doom, your fall, spread across many visions, many possibilities. Only one must strike true.
There we go.
That pilot I spoke to, he mentioned the Archon, Levask, wasn't always the leader of the house. But one day he starts getting visions, next he gets a taste for politics.
A gift from his giver.
The giver and the singularity sound like synonyms, but I can't see how a black hole gives anyone anything.
Given what we know, my hypothesis is that the source of the Holy Singularity, as the Ionians call it, and the Exile's giver are one and the same.
Ikora, the Nine invited us here. It was three. The thought just... it's like it unlocked in my head.
Okay, so 3 brought us here. Okay, well, that's going to be interesting. I guess the next stop is the Academy.
The Nine. 3. They didn't just bring us here to deal with the Archon. The Nine are extra-dimensional beings. They're connected to the celestial bodies of our solar system.
What does the planet care about a single Elixni? Either way, we need to neutralize the threat he poses to the Ionians. I've seen leaders like Levask before. He doesn't want a war. He just can't look weak in front of his people.
Oh, oh well. The bridge did not give anything. Alright. Also, if I take a look at the map, at least we're getting more powerful.
Guardian, I spoke with my informant again. That ship we cut the power to, the Archon's on it. We stopped it from being operational, but he's determined to get it airborne. In between giving intel, he mentioned there have been Elixni on Earth for centuries.
Wouldn't be the first catch you've stormed, hero, or the first house you've toppled.
I don't have the ship's location, but I might have something just as good. Goes by the name Prime Servitor, and they're holding the Strangelet we need.
Okay, another prime. There we go. Alright. There we go. A little work back. Damn it. So it puts us back on the opposite side of the laser pen. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's go see this Prime Servitor.
This will either draw the Archon out so we can deal with him, or at least weaken his authority and delay whatever he's planning to do to the Singularity with that Elixni warship.
Okay.
All right, hero. If the kid's lead is good, the house shouldn't be expecting you.
My lead is good. Our Strangelet's here. I can feel it.
Deathless, you arrived, yes, as it was foretold. This is one of the fated clashes by exiles.
There we go.
Our prime will metal test the Deathless. It is blessed with the Giver's powers. House of Exile will defend it until the end.
There we go. Alright. Okay, they have a worse form of turret. Hi, that's much worse than the.
Sooner to die, sooner to ascend, and be cradle kept in the Giver's embrace.
Well. There we go. Also, alright. How do I just increase ammo gen? Right, it's probably just this. Okay. Something's going on. There we Alright. There we go. Alright, first part of the mission down. Okay. Great, next area.
I was hoping this would get their attention. Next time we have a quiet moment, I want to try to get them talking. It's worked before.
There's a high concentration of dark matter running through this facility.
Could the Prime Servitor be integrating it into the house's Arc network?
Whatever the Archon's planning, he must need the Servitor.
That's a good angle to apply pressure. I'll work it.
Okay.
There has to be a way through those laser barriers.
I've seen the house use teleporters to navigate these mazes.
Alright, let's find a teleporter. There it is. There we go.
Do you feel it, Lavask? Walls are closing in. If the Deathless destroys your house's Prime Servitor, how can you be favored by the Giver?
Our Prime stands in defiance of the Deathless. In service of its holy Archon, it will be reborn and ascend into the timeless space.
Sounds pretty fishy to me, kid.
Admit it, Lavask, you're a false prophet. And right now, you're terrified, because your plan won't work without your servitor.
Only my vision shows the path. My ever faithful, I will deliver your promised ascension.
Yeah, he's letting pride get the best of him. Oh. There we go. Alright. Let's get this running. whatever is down here, they really didn't want us to get in here. There we go. Okay, it's down.
Archon! How do you plan to ascend without the Strangelet? It's all falling apart, isn't it?
We are cunning. In the depths unreachable, we prepare our voyage. You believe you stopped us? You cannot stop our fated harvest.
Okay. Let's destroy the servitor. How did I survive that? There we go.
You're not dropping that without getting shredded, hero.
Maybe we can bypass it, like the earlier barriers.
Okay. There we go. Alright, it's showtime.
Lodi, it appears your lead checks out. Here's our prime servitor, and the energy signature coming off of it matches the singularity.
It's definitely holding the Strangelet capsule we're looking for.
I told you my intel was reliable. Now, you take out the servitor, and I'll get the Archon to talk.
Okay.
Got a whole flock of smaller servitors buzzing around. Damn, they're everywhere.
They're like watchdogs. We'll have to clear them out to get to the Prime.
Okay.
Draw them away from the generator and scrap them.
First things first, let's get health back and then slowly clear out more assets.
That servitor tripped some kind of magnetic lockdown.
It's cut off from the generator. Shield down.
There we go.
Can your flesh withstand a dissection, Atomic? Visions of your scattering come to be.
Yeah, no, there is a lot of enemies there. There we go.
I'm picking up more servitors flooding in. We'll need to take them out.
I know you're listening, Lavask. I know your people are too. They're watching the Deathless shed light on your lies, doubting you.
Our catch takes flight. Our drills tipped with the Giver's power. Into the singularity we ascend!
Alright, so this area is safe until that thing activates.
Another shield generator's vulnerable.
Alright. I gotta find the teleporter. There we go. Alright, let's get out of here.
Yep, stomach's turning. That's another shield down.
There we go.
We will be timeless. The Deathless will know the Giver smite as it tears through their false heart and flimsied will.
There it is. Your plan. A full-scale push into the singularity, and those rumors of using a powered-up catch were right on the money. Lo hice. Thank you for your cooperation.
Hey. Alright. One last generator. Go.
Yeah, next generator's tight. Looks like there's a crawl space under the floor.
We'll find a way through.
There we go.
You storm with cloud liars at your back. You rape what is not yours and break what others build. See what they take from us, my family. My house, stand with your Archon against the Deathless Blight. Protect the Giver! Protect your holy Saboteur!
There we go. There we go. Servitor down.
Not like this.
It's over, Lavask. Your prime servitor is lost, and we have its Strangelet capsule.
I reject this. We reject this. A defeat here was always a possibility, Met. Just one of the many paths to the grand design. I am victorious. Exiles victorious. We are fated to conquer the deathless. Defeat looms for those who reject the giver's embrace. You will see, as I have seen. Exiled children of Lavask, the giver's arms await us. We will bore into the timeless space and ascend.
Timeless space? They want to go into the black hole. Make it big enough so they can all go through? That's ascension?
Look at this coward, running off every line he can think of. We might have broken him.
But you picked that up. They're gearing up to try to harvest a member of the Nine. I have no earthly idea how, but it can't be good.
You dismantled that con like a pro, kid. Got him spilling everything, just to save face. Nice work.
Thanks for the assist.
Alright. So... Okay, so they're going after a member of the Nine.
One prime servitor down, one capsule in the Guardian's hand.
And one Strangelet to help stabilize Kepler. We're not out of the woods yet, but every bit helps to stop that singularity from growing.
Oh, and now we get the... Okay. So for the transmat zone, we have to just complete the area.
I thought there would be a connection to the invitation and the time-lost objects we're seeing here. As you said, Lodi, something is indeed wrong with time. But we're only seeing time-lost objects from our own past on Kepler, not subjects ripped from alternate timelines.
Alternate timelines? What kind of technology can do that?
None that we have access to.
Can they be sent back?
No. The Vex can manipulate timelines, but they can't send a subject back in time.
At all? Not even after they've been brought forward? But can anyone do that?
No. Not even the light can do that.
Only the Nine.
This is bad. This is extremely bad.
Lodi?
Just put the damn thing in the thing. I need to figure out how to word this. God! Just my luck. Of course it's broken.
Check outside. There might be another. If we can't get through, we're never going to reach the anomaly.
This is very, very bad. I can handle abduction, but this, I'm imperiled. I can't return. I have to abandon Odysseus protocol. Guardian, can you get everyone on comms?
Okay.
What's going on?
I want you all to know, at once, that I sincerely apologize. I withheld the nature of my arrival. It was for the sake of the place I'm in service to. My people protect many secrets, but now it's clear I'm too imperiled to continue this deception. I've concluded I'm in deep shit.
So yeah. Yeah, he's not from our time.
Miss Ray, you explained how Guardians used to be just people who died and then were reborn. You said they forgot everything about their old lives. Maybe part of you knows you can believe me.
Out with it, Lodi.
My people and I discovered a signal in deep space which connected to an object we found under our city. It brought me here. All the way from the space age before the collapse. I'm from the past.
How?
I picked up a phone.
Okay. Yeah. The 9. Oh, and we get a cutscene.
I felt the ringing more than I heard it. The when and where doesn't matter anymore. It's all gone. What does matter is that the unknown was calling. Long distance. I knew if I didn't pick up that phone, I'd regret it for the rest of my life. But whatever was on the other end wasn't chatty. Reached out, pulled me through time and space. I should have been afraid. Because it was one horror show after the next. And I was skipping around like a needle across the record, jumping from track to track as if my will was not my own. But I wasn't afraid. Not of death, not of aliens, not of whatever this was.
He's meant to become the next emissary.
Only the Vex have come close to time travel, but not like this.
Can you go back?
Not as Neon.
Orin's right. I don't think I can now.
You could have told us at any time. Why conceal the truth?
Protocol, I didn't know if I could trust you. In my time, I worked for an organization called the Department of External Observation. The DEO was trying to make contact with extraterrestrials, so we had protocol to follow in the event of abduction. That protocol meant concealing who I was and where I was from to keep my people safe, but they're all gone. I'm alone, and I need help.
Hell of a trip you hitchhiked. Sheesh. I've got a drink if you need one, kid.
Okay. And now there's a bunch of quests. Also, what are you? Alright, let's first talk with Drifter.
Eons ago, the Nine gave me something. Said I'd know what to do with it when the time came. Now, I ain't above looking a gift horse in the mouth. But this horse, well, it ain't got no mouth. You've seen it. That haul I got strapped to the back of the derelict. Time came and went. I all but gave up. Thought I was doomed to drag half a planet's worth of dead weight behind me until old Soul froze over. But listen, hero. Ever since we got here, something's been scratching at the back of my brain. The hall's acting up. I don't reckon I know what to do with it, but I've got a thought. You could go so far as to call it an inkling. You've banked a lot of motes over the years. Maybe it's time to cash out.
Okay. So then it's time to grab the other Strangelit capsule. Alright, let's do it. Okay, into the academy. Okay. It shouldn't remove anything. Nah. Let's just go and see what Ikora wants, just in case. Also, focusing? Oh.
Julius, we are
Another lost enclave of humanity. It's incredible. After Neptune, I thought for sure there could be no more. I am rarely so glad to be wrong. We must establish ties with them. Do whatever you can, Guardian. But there is the problem of communication. Relying on Lodi troubles me, as helpful as he is. It would be better to be able to speak to them directly. Even one layer of translation can lose meaning, nuance. No need to mistrust him on my account.
Okay.
How do you... There! Oh, Guardian! The Ionians were a huge help when I first arrived. I was disoriented. They helped me keep my feet on the ground.
We must learn more. Investigate, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you to be polite.
Okay. Anomaly-based Earthlings. What color is your sky? Are lakes drinkable? Are dogs still tame? Apologies. You must be looking for the Dean. She is at the nearest shrine. The Dean is very busy, but if you want to make headway, you need her approval.
The Ionians are a society of scientists. I guess that's what happens when researchers end up on the outskirts of everything and stay there forever. Anyone you chat with will probably send you to the Dean. She nearly had a heart attack when I arrived. Called me anomaly blessed. They call you that too. Their language is tonal, but really distinct. It's like someone put Basque and a theremin in a blender and let it run over a few centuries. Man, humans are amazing.
This is a shrine to failure. Every separate item here has an accompanying log that notes a failure. Some are personal, some are disproven hypothesis. Okay, test 43A, subject in implosion. Genetic samples lost to mold. Forgot to wish professor. I'm just going to say forgot to wish the professor a happy birthday because I'm going to butcher that name. This shrine is a vow to learn and try again. We had the fright of our lives when the voice of the holy anomaly arrived. Even more when you came. A clear sign this moment is prudent in time. I'm studying Vex technology. These beings possess simulation capabilities which could make dangerous research far safer. You seem comfortable with such a risk. Procure Vex samples for the professor, and perhaps we can form a partnership. Your presence was preordained. Walk your path with skepticism.
Guardian, you've met Dean Rebecca. She's my rescuer, your host. She wants our help studying the Vex, and I've only been able to get so far.
I'm not surprised. They're hostile on a good day.
They didn't seem to mind me getting close.
It's odd they didn't shoot you on sight.
Huh. The Dean would appreciate help bringing deactivated Vex samples to Professor Viola.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the research. We can now perform. Blessed Earthling. With optimal results, we hope to use its technology to enable us to keep our researchers safe. I appreciate your worry. Carry on. Why do we need to go over here to speak? He's our ghost. We can speak to him anytime we want.
Guardian, you've got an incoming call.
I have a favor to ask you, Guardian. It's about Lodi. Right now we have to rely on him to translate, to guide, but it's too convenient. We find a perfectly suitable ally who just happened to arrive here a little before we did. The Ionians have been isolated. I wouldn't expect them to know about Guardians or the Traveler, for instance. But Lodi seemed taken aback to see Exo and Awoken in shared files. Even the Neo-Moonies, sheltered though they were, had those baselines. Where did he come from? Something about him is stranger, even than present circumstances suggest. Earn his trust, Guardian. Perhaps he'll be more forthcoming with you.
Okay. Also, how long have I been going? 2 hours. Yeah, we'll go for 3. 80.
Guardian, you've got an incoming call.
Before the Giver was found to exiles, The long drift eroded our spirit of eons. Our catch was poisoned by ether hunger and treachery. But just when exiles were near our house, death, the Giver's gravity reach led us to its dark matter. And inside, discovery of the voice invisible. Words of mind alone. The power to speak as one. And in Giver's reach, we also found Ionians. For many lives, we shared discovery. The ways of dark matter open to all. Integration and ether life for our house. Then came the Deathless Warriors. From beyond the Giver's orbit. Strong, impressive, with power beyond stars. The exiles share no hatred with you. We want only the gifts of the Giver. But if the Deathless steal dark matter from our house, they will be met with blades. All will perish who take what is freely given.
Okay. Okay.
The language will have to come with time. But the things they know. If I could just understand now, one step at a time. I've been able to initiate dialogues here and there with the Ionians, not much. But better than nothing. They are patient. I suppose they would have to be. One of them repeated the same thing for me, 20 times at least. I couldn't quite understand something about the holy anomaly. And Lodi, maybe. I'll have to try again.
Okay.
Kepler is two things at once. Suspiciously serendipitous. And deliberately challenging. It's like we were invited to a dinner and sat at our assigned seats without looking at the place cards. Someone wanted us all to meet. So where's the host?
Alright, let's... Alright. Alright, to the next location. Alright, to the academy. You are approached by one of the cowled figures. The fingers reach out and graze your armor with reverence. They speak musically, intensely, and rapid gestures imply urgency and concern. You gather that some scientists are in immediate danger and that your weapons are needed at the wildlife laboratory. The figure's hand touches your armor like a talisman as they beseech for your help.
I mean, they're clearly very upset, and I don't blame them. Abduction is terrifying. I still haven't been able to suss out why talks with the exiles went south. I mean, these are poor circumstances for negotiation.
The readings on Kepler are still spiking. The singularity is still a threat. We'll need the Ionians' help if we want to open that lock.
Okay. Oh wait, is it just that? Okay. Alright, we're going to find Mattermorph. Where is it? Okay. Wait, am I blind? I might be blind. Okay, so it's this way. There we go. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay. Right.
That's just as many researchers as the Emeritus said there would be. Didn't lose anyone. That's a relief.
I wonder if you might shed some light on something while we're still learning the language. This settlement is obviously well established, over decades if not centuries, but I see little in the way of weapon emplacements or true fortifications. Has there been no conflict all that time?
That's the gist I'm getting. The Vex are new, and the Elixni, well, they used to have a working trade relationship. Armed conflict is new for the locals.
Alright. There should be a teleporter gun somewhere. But where is the gun? I need to use the ball to get through. Oh, here goes. Nope. Okay, that did not do it. Oh. Oh, there we go. If I choose you. Oh, now I see how it works. So I shoot you, and then... There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. There's just no gun for a second, and then all of a sudden, gun. The man thanks the golden ratio for your safe return. The singularity remained silent, and no Ionians were harmed. The Emirist claps your hands in thanks. They added something about food. You're not sure it's food, but overall tone of the conversation did not seem to be about dinner. Very soon, they have forwarded you some location coordinates. They want you to save their agricultural center from attack. Okay.
You got my favorite thank you! Nice work, Guardian. You reunited the Ionians with their loved ones.
You've made great strides in communicating with the Ionians. We've learned their language has multiple origins. Little wonder it needs such effort. Understanding comes not a moment too soon. Between the Elixni and the Vex, the situation here is unstable. And we have so much to learn from them. I followed your example in translating. Script first, then words. These notes you recovered, unbelievable. The advances this outlines in gravitational manipulation, without the light. And that's only one thesis. I hope some of them at least will be amenable to returning to Earth. We cannot lose this connection. We
Okay. Alright. Rescue time. Oh, we have 2 mission start points. Alright, now we fight the Vex. Also, if I go to Journey... Oh. Okay. Okay, so... There's 14 missions. Okay. Alright, so yeah. Let's see if I can get part 1 done today.
The destructive activity in the agricultural zone is reading as Vex. They're the ones attacking the food supply.
Stop me if this one is obvious, but do Vex need to eat?
Not in any fashion we'd recognize.
Sounds like an empty life. Then this is just sabotage against the Ionians.
As if they weren't facing enough. The 9, the Vex, and a singularity ripping the planet apart. That's too obvious a coincidence to ignore.
Okay. Okay, there's the entrance. Alright. Okay, so they go haywire if you just go to... Okay.
That Vex looks like it's protecting something. Guardian, watch out.
There we go. Okay, so there's death pits.
The Vex tended to just let me pass on by before you showed up.
Excuse me? The Vex ignored you.
Guess they didn't see me as a threat. What can I say? I have a friendly face.
Lodi, how are you so adept with the Ionians' language? You said you've been here a few weeks, at best.
Oh, I was made for this. I'm a translator. I especially love languages I've never heard before.
Okay, there we go. go. All food transmatted. And boss fight.
There's the Vex. I hate it when they do that. Guardian, let's redirect and get that shield down.
Go further through. Okay. First wipe. Trying to remember the name of it.
There's the Vex.
Alright, let's see if this time I can keep her a minute to go.
When they do that.
Alright.
Guardian, let's redirect and get that shield down.
that one needs ball. That's where the entrance is. I am blind.
Guardian, we should take a scan of that drive. See if there's any data stuck offline the Ionians need.
It's incredible. Terms I recognize mapped to advanced concepts, prefixes and suffixes as used in agricultural science. We can use this. Let me do some analyzing, but this is a huge missing piece to understanding the Ionians.
Our next Rosetta Stone.
Under the circumstances, what keeps the Ionians here? We could begin evacuation proceedings. They would be safe back on Earth.
But they wouldn't be home. They could take a piece of Kepler with them, sure, but it's not the same.
Homes can be replaced, but lives can't.
The Ionians might feel differently about that. This place is sacred to them. The universe determined they belong here. Singularity or not, we can't tell people to pack up and leave yet. Not without helping people who've been stranded from the rest of humanity.
Agreed. No one's leaving until we learn more.
Okay, so yeah, it shows all the different locations we need them.
Lodi, those Vex. You need to know who controls them. Her name is Maya, the Conductor. She was human once.
What's her objective?
On the surface, to return our current time to a more prosperous one. But her true motive is to reunite with her spouse.
Neither of those sound particularly sinister, but I take it it's what she's willing to do to achieve that goal.
Maya has an ability. She can control whoever she pleases. She's commanding the Vex, a normally leaderless faction, and she's even taken hold of our allies to turn them against us. If she's here, she can do anything to get what she wants.
Alright. Alright, finally a moment of peace. Thank you for your assistance, Anomaly Blessed. A strange capsule is almost certainly near. Before all this, we built the lock as an altar, a vital ritual to be sealed from us. But is living without our practice truly living? The altar of the altar of relativity leads to a place where it was easiest to detect the holy anomaly. We would even bring our exile friends with us to worship. Please, Anomaly Bless, pass through and stabilize our holy site. Alright, then eventually we gotta come back here. Anomaly Blessed, I have an urgent request for you. The exiles have occupied our holy progenitor ship. The energies reading match hazardous explosive material. The ship's remains still have fuel cells. If they explode, it could vaporize the settlement. Why is the Archon making things worse? It is an inflammatory attack by a friend lost in madness. He urges the singularity onwards and lights fires to encourage the flames to rise. We all would prefer not to go sublime. Go now, please.
I know. The exiles have gotten into the progenitor ship.
It's the remnants of the colony ship they arrived in. Any vibrational disruption could dislodge the lock and speed the singularity's growth.
We'd better move fast. Someone once told me that a shuttle quarter that size can go up like a bomb.
Yep. I mean, rockets are just, at least during our period of time, rockets are just controlled explosions.
The ship the Elixni have taken over. You're saying it's the very one the Ionians came here in?
Part of it, anyway. What's left. They converted it to a permanent emplacement, but they still call it the progenitor ship. The mother of the Ionians. It's the source of all their tools. They put a little piece in every building. Every scientist gets a shot at the hull when they graduate. If the ship goes up, there's a lot the Ionians can't do. Do you have any experience with bomb disposal?
We've handled plenty of mines before. This shouldn't be a problem.
Yes. Small little mines. And now we have just a rocket-sized bomb. But to be fair, we also destroyed the Almighty, which you can argue is just a big bomb. There we go. There we go.
This style of ship is quite old. Even with only this much left, it's incredible. I haven't seen anything like it. The material could have been affected by the time anomaly here. That could account for the relatively good condition.
As a frame of reference, how old would you say it is compared to your ships?
Easily hundreds of years.
Oh.
There we go. Alright.
That equipment sure looks Elixni. Let's see if we can tease it free. An exile captain? We must be doing some real damage if they're deploying like this.
There we go.
Guardian, the mines. If even one of them goes off, it threatens the entire material supply for the settlement.
There we go.
No more anomalous energy signatures. Good work, Guardian. The Ionians are safe because of you.
We have to do more to stop the House of Exile. We know from our dealings in the Accord, the Archon's just out to speed up the Singularity's growth. He's just gonna throw more gas on the fire.
The Guardian will be able to stabilize the Singularity once we get through. There are too many problems, and all of them are connected.
You have no idea.
Unless you have any ideas, then we have to consider evacuation. Reunification with humanity, after centuries apart.
Centuries? No. No, them coming to Earth would be existentially disorienting.
Lodi, please don't mistake me. This is the Ionians' home. We have to believe there's a way for them to return safely.
And what if there isn't?
Well, hello again, Anomaly Blessed. Your help has truly been invaluable in maintaining what we can. Every inch is appreciated. Delightful news. Dean Rebecca has information regarding the discovered Strangelet capsule. Has she ever explained what they do? Each ring on the altar relatively is chronologically stable to prevent any upper dimensional damage from leaking out. Don't worry, when they're all in, you'll be able to pass through without your matter smearing across time streams. Okay. Thank you, Anomaly Blessed. In addition to the practical matter of not vaporizing the sites, you defended holds sentimental and sacred value to us all. Our important site is threatened. We appeal to the voices of the Nine, Lodi, and Orin, future and past, bodies beyond matter, and sight beyond linear. And you, Anomaly Blessed, fate ordains you help us protect our graduation. Please remove the Vex and whatever and whomever drives them from the site of graduation defense ritual. I'll include any data on how to access the area.
They found you so fast. My name is Orin. My name was Nassan was Nasya Sawa. What do you call yourself, stranger?
Lodi, pleasure. Miss Orin, do you know something about who brought me here?
I know you will be elected to become something impossible. Your molecules have already volunteered.
I'm sorry, my molecules?
I was the emissary as you are, and will become the same. I quit, and it left me transmuted. I think if I can help you adjust, I can reclaim my mind.
Emissary for who?
The beings in your dreams.
You know who brought me here.
There we go. Alright, let's do it.
Orin, can you fight?
Persimmon! Oh, yes. Lodi, you can help. Can you see down the valley of time? 2 minutes ahead.
I am very sorry, ma'am, but I do not know what you're saying.
Take your time, Orin. Guardian, draw out Maya's Vex. The Vex signals Dean Rebecca provided are cloaked. Something's not right. Vex outposts are usually interlinked. Take these ones down first, and it will weaken the others in hiding.
Alright. There we go. Now it's time for a run through the campus.
Here's the Vex Ikora was talking about. Clear up the signals in the area, and bam! We have the location on a bigger boss. And we can use that one to get to the biggest boss. Let's go.
Alright. Let's do this. Okay.
So, we think there's a Strangelet capsule at the ritual site Dean Rebecca told us about. Do you think it was there all along?
It's possible. The way the Ionians talk about dark matter, like even elementary particles of the universe contain a spirit in their way.
The capsule is better this way. It's fading for me, but I hear the singularity as well, in the distance.
Like a groan. You hear it too?
Alright. Alright, so that's the Vex version of the Fallen charge station.
As we've been speaking with the Ionians and moving through their settlement, I've been constructing a theory. It needs work, but the nascent form is this. After the collapse, few people were leaving Earth. More recently, we would notice. And the Ionians are truly humans. I think they must have come here during the Golden Age. Maybe even before.
You keep saying that word, collapse? I've never heard the Ionians say Golden Age or anything like it, but they've mentioned a span of time that was good. Better? Could be it.
Here we go. Alright. Next area. Here. Oh wait. Okay, there it is. And the Fallen are here too.
Lodi, you said your vocation was translating. Now that you've added the Ionians to your repertoire, how many do you speak?
Fluently 4, passably 9, only written 2. Not many folks to speak them with these days. I grew up speaking 3 at home. I've learned the others in school. Here and there, anyone who would teach me. Those 2 written ones, maybe I can learn how to pronounce them. There we go. Orin, you said you had the dreams too? Before you became emissary?
Languages I didn't understand. My leg turning to bismuth.
Same. Mine was cadmium, though.
There we go.
Your continued interference has been noticed.
The conductor. Even out here, anyone who stands in the way of restoring your new golden age ends up trampled. You're here to make things worse.
Am I? I understand our designs for the future seem mutually exclusive to you, but I have ignored the Guardians since Nessus.
What power does this Maya bear? It's hives and nausea. Whatever paracausality she wields is fundamentally rule-breaking.
Alright.
You chase a villain of your own imagination. My goals are not against you. They are above you. Now, leave us.
She's still going to throw everything she has to get us out of the way. Gate Lord incoming!
Take go. Okay. Go. Okay. There we go. Go. Alright. There we go. Time to die. There we go.
So, Maya wants to return us to the Golden Age. The Ionians haven't talked about it. When was the Golden Age?
It ended centuries ago. There's reason to suspect the Ionian ancestors arrived before it began. Imagine watching the world end from the edge of the system.
Ikora, when was all this? Did the collapse happen in my time? Did my family die in an apocalypse? apocalypse? Or did they get to grow old and die happy? I need to know that they live a full life, even if I'm not there to see it.
How long ago? How long? When did the world end?
So many records were wiped out. We don't have an exact number. Hundreds of years ago.
They're gone. Are you kidding me? Just like that? There was an apocalypse, and it's ancient history, and that's it. I mean, didn't someone think that to etch a date in a stone or something helpful? There's no time capsules, there's no bunkers, just gone?
And I can't undo any of it.
Lodi. That would have never been possible. Surely you know this.
No. I don't know.
You're not the first person to wake up lost. I'll tell you what I tell the others. The Golden Age rose, and fell, and then so did the Dark Age. There were few of us then, and survival barely eked out. But we did. Humans live. We built a city. In time, there will be more.
There were hundreds.
I know. Can you tell me what you do remember?
What does it matter now? I'm sorry. That was... sorry. It's such a simple question, but I know. You remember stars. I used to drive out into the country to see them. As bright as they were hundreds of years ago. Oh, always used to take my breath away. Just looking up, realizing all over again how much more was out there that nobody saw. Guess the stars aren't such a wonder anymore. Out here.
There are still mysteries.
Okay.
Their identity is so tied to this place, to this work. I wonder if they would be happy if we evacuated them to the city. To take them away from it would be the same as if we left Soul and the Traveler behind. Our purpose becomes null.
I need a little air. Guardian, come find me in the temple.
Alright. Time for the other strangelet. Treasured biology. I have your attention. So that was Uranus. As you access the interface, it melds with Rosetta. Rojan's words form in your mind. Anomaly blessed, your fieldwork is efficient and thorough. We are fortunate to have found favor with you. With the return of another strangelet, we are able to cull bad data from our hypothesis. We narrowed your next destination to the outer steps. We are locking the altar to that strange lit capsule now. Go in certainty. Right. However, I've been going for quite a while, so I am probably going to call it a stream soon. But yeah, just so much stuff. So many things have happened. But yeah, pretty much with this, it had. Let me just. But yeah, it had. But yeah, it has been fun. And. Nah. So yeah, pretty much. Lodi's story has been quite interesting to witness. Just to see him break like that right at the end of the gateboard. But yeah, it has been fun, and goodbye.